Hi, what I would like to talk about in this video is just, what Lebanon was like in general. Now I don't know what you think of Lebanon or what you think of when you hear the word Lebanon, but, I wasn't sure. I was really kind of ignorant about it. I guess the first thought I had was, well, it's probably brown and it's probably really sandy and probably desert. But it's really not like that. It is a beautiful country. It's right along the Mediterranean Sea, and it's got kind of like the look of Greece with a lot of white limestone and just various things. It has kind of a look like that about it, but it's also very mountainous. Where we were staying, we stayed in a hotel right actually by the sea. Beautiful hotel, beautiful view. But you could see there was a road, kind of like, I guess, like Highway 1 in California, that kind of would go along the coastline. And you could see, like from our hotel, you could look out to either side actually and see the landscape. But the water, the Mediterranean Sea would be out here. The land would go up just a little bit, and there was that big highway that ran through there. And then just right after the highway, then it started up with the hills and the mountains. They weren't mountains like Rocky Mountains with sharp, craggy peaks, but they were like huge hills, but kind of rolling, and it was just a really neat look. And as we were driving up to the conference center in the country, you could see like on the sides of the hills, you could see almost like terraces that were just almost like steps that were like carved into the side of the hill, and they were like olive tree groves. And it was a really neat thing for me to get to see a real olive tree, and to see what it really looked like. But it was just a very neat thing. It had a really neat look about it. It's a beautiful country, and I think we get shortchanged lots of times as Americans, because the only time we hear anything about the Middle East is when something bad happens. But it wasn't like that. It was a beautiful country, and the people were actually very friendly and very nice. We would be walking along, even passing out tracts, and people would hear us talk, and they would stop us and say, "Ah, are you American?" And the first time someone asked me that, I was kind of hesitant to answer, but I said, "Yeah, we're Americans," and almost everybody said, "Oh, welcome to our country. We hope you have a great time." Even passing out tracts, it was really tremendous. Because I kind of expected people to have a little bit of animosity towards us since we were Americans, because I've gotten that before at various places. But it wasn't like that at all. The average person over there was very friendly. They just seemed to be nice, decent people, But it was really a cool thing to see. Another interesting thing, man, and I've been to a lot of different places, from Spain to all over South America, parts of Central America, and I've seen how other people drive. But let me just tell you, I have never ever been to a country where they drive so wild. It beats anything I've ever seen. And if some of you guys from Lebanon are watching this, I'm sure you're sitting there laughing, shaking your head, saying, "Yep, that's right." I'll tell you what it's like. If you've got a 3-lane road, forget that. There's no such thing as designated lanes. If there's a 3-lane road, they're going to make it 5 lanes. They will find a way to fit 5 cars in there, and it's literally chaos the whole time. I'll tell you what it's like. If you because going home, or one of the guys over there picked me up at the airport and took me back, and I got to ride in the front seat of his Volkswagen car. It was like, I wish I would have had a helmet and a harness, man. It was like you'd strapped into a race car and you were in a rally. I don't know if you guys have ever seen rally races, but it was like being in a rally race, except on public streets. No one really obeyed stop signs so much, and there were just a few stoplights, but it was kind of one of those things of, well, let's just see who can go first. So it was unbelievable. I've never been anywhere with a drive like that. It was fun, but it was it was an amazing thing. If you're weak of heart, don't go drive over there.